Are the fans ready?
I'm ready.
Dave's ready. I'm ready. Lance is ready. Are the people out there ready?
Well, nobody on yet.
Okay. All right.
Sonny Hirschman likes it. Likes the post.
All right. As soon as you get the first person on there, just give me one of these. Or just give me a toast with your beer.
Got my best friends here. And
just raise your glass of beer.
I'm ready to go tonight. This might hit me though.
All right, want to get going?
Yeah, we can get going. Hey, everybody. Oh, well, we got one person on the show.
Okay. Let's get going here.
All right. Let me.
Hello, ready? Dave,
yeah.
Lance.
All right. We're recording.
All right. Hello from Green Bay, Wisconsin. And you are listening to the Global Detection Adventure podcast. I'm Dave D, live in the XP studios, high atop the Lambeau Field atrium, home of the Green Bay Packers. And joining me from Schweinsfeld, Germany, in the Black Adder studios, Mr. Lance Goolsby. How's it going, Lance?
One of these days you're going to get the pronunciation of it right, but that's fine. It's Schweinfurt, Germany.
Schweinsfeld. I'm going to say my German accent. You can find Okay. Sorry about that, Lance.
Hey, not a problem. Ended up being a wet morning over here and ended up having a good day out watching football. So having a good day so far.
Yeah, I went out for about an hour and a half and got eaten alive by mosquitoes. I had a permission that I wanted to really check out, and it was a pretty good location. So I get there real early in the morning. It's still a little cool out, but as soon as I hit those woods, the mosquitoes were just unbelievable. Every swung of the coil I took, they just came all out of the ground. And I didn't have any bug spray with me, so I'm thinking, oh man. So I had to improvise, back in my Vietnam days, I had to, when I was being chased by the Viet Cong, I had to get, blend in with the rice paddies. So I had to take dirt and spit in it and made some mud and rubbed it all over my face and my head. And that actually kept the mosquitoes away. But I wasn't really in Vietnam, so I'm too young for that. But yeah, it worked pretty good. So I was in the woods for about an hour, and I nailed down a really good crucifix. It was, I think it was silver plated. It wasn't really big. It was probably the size of a quarter. But after about an hour, the mosquitoes were just going through my shirt and everything. I just couldn't take it anymore. So I'm definitely going to save that permission for the fall. I don't know.
Yeah, definitely. I saw the crucifix. That thing was fantastic.
Absolutely fantastic. It was a good find. Got it early enough. And I got a little feedback here, but I got it early enough where I was kind of happy. At least I found something. I was able to finish off one of my XP videos. So happy about that. Not too happy that I'm 9:30 in the morning, which is very early for me.
Sorry about that. I was having some issues here with one of the computers. Yeah, we're back up. You shouldn't be having any more feedback.
All right, cool. So anyways, we got a really good show today. We're going to have a couple giveaways. We have the Stephen Padley Draper shovel hook or sling your hook shovel hook. What's the exact words? I think it's the
slingyourhook.com is the website now.
So we're going to give a couple of those away. We're going to do a little randomizer with all the people who signed up for it between last night and this morning. And also we have another giveaway. We're going to give away some a GDA, a few. I think I'm going to give away maybe 3 or 4 today, GDA patches. We had so many people sign up for that Stephen Padley Draper hook thing.
Yeah, I saw that.
We're going to give 2 away of those, and then we'll give a bunch of patches away. But then you have another little contest. That's the picture of Dino and Rocco's back alley, and how does that relate to Global Detection Adventures, the podcast? And I still haven't figured it out yet, but I know people are coming in with their guesses, but it's a pretty good stumper, Lance. You got me so far.
Right now. It's open right now, so anybody that's actually watching this live, they can go over to the Facebook page. It's going to be right near the top. The only thing that we want to know is, what does that photograph and GDA have in common? And the people that start answering, we'll give a little bit, and after the first break, we'll come back and visit this again and see who's if anyone's got it right yet. And you know, the first couple people will be getting a patch. That's fantastic.
And we have a special guest host today. You wanted to introduce him after the break, but want to give a little background about our special guest, Lance?
Yeah. Our guest is the founder of the Archaeology and Metal Detecting magazine. He's a metal detector himself. He lives in the United Kingdom. He's a good friend of mine. He's somebody that I've been working with GDA for quite a while now. I think we just passed the year mark. And this is somebody that we totally love to talk with. And we're bringing him back on the show. And so I'd like to go ahead and introduce, if I can, Mr.
Why don't we'll take a quick break first. Then we'll get our notes together, and then we'll bring our guest on. We're going to be we'll take a little break. We'll get one of our sponsors on here. It's from U.S.A, and we'll be right back. And you're listening to the Global Detection Adventure Podcast. I'm Dave D. He's Lance Goolsby. We'll be right back after these words.
All right, first break. It's actually really good.
All right, so this is the podcast behind the podcast. So if anybody's listening, we're in our break right now. All right, so we're going to bring on our guest after this commercial break. I didn't get any beer in the studio. How come you got beer?
I mean, you're high above the Lambeau Field. I mean, that is
but there's nothing going on right now. There's no games or anything. There's not even practice today. So there's nothing so open.
Walk down to the coolers. They got to have something down there.
Yeah, I'll go in Aaron Rodgers cooler. Get a freaking Gatorade or something in there. The last time I was in there, I got all pissed off and bent out of shape.
Yeah, he's probably got a whole bowl of grass down there.
I just blamed it on the towel guy.
So yeah, this break will be the U.S.A commercial, and then I'll talk to some of the other people. Now, anybody who wants to come on to the show, I want to go ahead and let you guys know, if you're in the United States, you can give us a telephone call at area code 920-455-5118. If you got a question for our guests, if you got a question for Dave and I, feel free to give a call at any time. I'll bring you into the show, and we can sit and discuss. This is for you guys. And if you live outside of the continental United States, if you look on the Facebook group, I put the account number or the account name for our Skype account there, so you can add me as a friend on Skype, and we can bring you into the show that way as well. So there's a couple ways that you guys can get in touch with us.
Sweet.
All right.
We've been having a lot of traffic. Did you notice that on the Facebook page?
Yeah, there's a lot of stuff going on right now, as a matter of fact.
We got definitely a lot of people new people coming in. I think probably at least 100 in the last week.
She's actually waiting as well. Let me send her an invite.
Who's coming in?
Laura Higgins.
Oh, cool.
Let me get Control-C. See if I can get this to run without, because whenever I open the internet on this one, it lags to hell. This computer's older than dirt.
All right, we ready to come back?
Just a sec. Come on, just open a new one. New window. Because while I'm doing this, I might lag the audio real quickly.
Let's tell her bring her on right after Dave.
Yeah. Yeah, just a second.
Just tell her to hang on. Sorry, folks. I know we're really boring.
Sorry, folks. I know we're really
boring the crap out of you.
I'm trying to keep this up. I got so much things going on Facebook.
We're going to lose all three of our viewers, Lance. We're going to lose all three of our viewers, Lance.
All right, let me let's get this back up. Let me close. Where is it? That's Dave Sadler, Luke Higgins. Oh man, this thing. I can sing for you guys. When I was a little bitty boy. Oh, wait, no, I don't sing. Sorry. So anyway, okay, let me close this down. All right. So anyway, yeah, we're ready to come back on. Yeah, I don't know who we would have had as. I don't know. Okay. You want to bring us back in?
Sure.
All right. In 3.
All right, we're back live. You're listening to the Global Detection Adventure podcast. I'm Dave D, along with Lance Goolsby. And Lance, we got a really great guest. He's our guest host for this week's show. You want to introduce the man?
Good evening, gentlemen.
Yeah. So,
Dave, let us give you a worthwhile introduction. Lance, I know you're such you have such verbiage. Why don't you give him the introduction that he deserves?
A second, we got a call coming in. Just a second.
We're not taking a call right in the middle of an introduction.
I'll go ahead and introduce him. Like I was talking about, he is the owner and operator of the Archaeology and Metal Detecting magazine, and a good friend of mine and Dave's. I'd like to introduce everybody to David Sadler.
Good evening,
David.
Dave.
Welcome
Good evening, Lance, and good evening to all the listeners and viewers this evening.
Hey, Dave.
That's fantastic.
I'm glad to have you aboard the mothership here.
And I'm at the Archaeology and Metal Detecting magazine head offices in Congleton, England.
Where's that in England? Congleton?
Congleton. It's about 20 miles south of Manchester.
Manchester, England. All right, beautiful. Lance, well, we've been getting a lot of feeds from the Arc Mag, and Dave, editor and host. What is your actual title there at the Arc Mag?
Well, basically, I'm the editor and founder of the magazine. I founded it, 18 months ago now. Because of boredom, because I had an idea that I thought would suit, and in an area of the market which I found was pretty niche, a sort of bridge of the gap between archaeology and metal detecting, and something that was available automatically as opposed to waiting for a monthly magazine that could be gathered straight away and read straight away via the modern means of the internet and social media.
So this is just it's an online magazine. There's nothing in print. I mean, the only print is actually what you see online, correct?
That's correct, yes.
Okay, so you got multiple stories that come out. Where are all these, and they're really great stories, by the way. Where do you get all your connections to find these stories from around the world?
Well, basically, it's the simplicity of social media. There's so many groups out there and pages and such like, which source information themselves, and in a lot of cases it's piggybacking. It's like, I've also set up an archaeology and metal detecting magazine contributors group, which both of you are members of, which people who often send us information can automatically put that on there, so it's available for myself or the sub-editor Luke Higgins to put that information onto the magazine as soon as we can. So it's simple to do a Google search for, just put archaeology in and then go into news, and news sources flash up before your eyes. The same with metal detecting. And I've got to say, before I say anything else, I've been so lucky over the past few months with Luke coming on board as the sub-editor. He's given the magazine and myself a total new lease of life, and some of the things he's found are pretty out there for even me. I've not been able to find any of them news sources in the past, and he's coming up with some great tales.
So how many people are involved in creating? And I mean, let me ask you. Well, first, let me ask you this. All right, so you got a magazine. Is it just a bunch of articles that you kind of put together one after another, or is there a structure to this magazine?
There is a structure on the main page itself. There's different subsections. The first being articles, which are fresh articles, which are submitted directly to myself or to Luke, which people feel they would like their words read by other people and have interesting information. Quite a few. John McGraw, one of the Global Detection Adventures group members, he's actually submitted an article on regards to one of his sites in the United States. The news sources is basically the constant update, which is news from all around the world, metal detecting history, archaeology, and such like. And that's the constant stream, which you have a link on your website itself where you can see all the news coming up as it goes. There's a media page with links to automatic links so people can watch automatically Dig a Dawn, Archaeoduck, Global Detection Adventures podcast, Archaeology channel. There's also reviews of different books, magazines, merchandise, equipment, and such like. Resources page, which I'm very proud of. I've gathered lots of resources from different areas in the internet, so people can actually, if they want to find maps, if they want to find out what a naval button is in the UK, if they want to find out what an American coin is, there's lots of links on there in just a one-click action to go straight to that, to be able to read that. There's also other PDFs from other organisations like the UK Detector Network Forum, who do an online magazine every month, which goes directly on there. Sorry, that's in the magazine's newsletters. PDFs, again, it's full books, which is automatic and free. For instance, if I just click on there now, Collector's Coins GB, a dictionary of archaeology, medieval archaeology, books from throughout the world, which are complete in PDF formats for people to read to have for free. Introduced a gallery, which one of our contributors, Dave Donaghy, a lot of his paintings are on there in a moment, and then links to places throughout the world relating to archaeology who've asked us to be put on there, or I feel, or other people feel that are important to the world of archaeology and metal detecting, links to certain areas of the internet groups and such like.
All right, before we go, we got a few more. We have a lot of questions for you, actually. Lance, you said we had a call on the line.
Yeah, we got a caller on the line. I'd like to go ahead. Who's on the line right now?
It's Patrick White.
Hey, Patrick, how you doing?
I'm doing just fine. I'm just marveling at what Dave is doing. It's just really beyond the fretboard.
Dave is fantastic.
Is that a guitar reference? Beyond the fretboard, or is that a piano reference? These are frets and
frets are guitar.
Oh, okay. Thanks, Patrick.
Thank you, Patrick.
Very insightful.
Question. I was just calling just to chime in because I haven't been on the show before, and I first of all, I want to apologize for all the birds that I know you can hear screaming because I've just got a room full of birds, and I apologize for that.
Now, in the UK, a bird is a female, so is that a female source or an avian for source?
But I wanted to chime in and say
right over his head.
I greatly appreciate Luke Higgins, for what he's doing over there. He's planted something, and also Lance. I didn't realize that you were on the ball as well. And I didn't. I don't really want to be the just one guy planning stuff out there. I really wanted to build a network of people that have an interest in just making somebody's day.
Yeah. The Vulcan Treasure Society is fantastic. If nobody's ever heard of this, check it out on Facebook. Patrick is a great friend of Dave and mine, and We help him seed. I've seeded 3 places over here in Germany, and we're helping reach more people that we could actually seed some hunts around the world. So then later in life or later down the years, somebody with a metal detector might find these treasure boxes and get in touch with Patrick and let him know where they found it, when they found it, and who found it. It's a great thing that Patrick does. Check it out on the Vulcan Treasure Society over on Facebook.
All right, let's get back to Dave. Dave, you still there?
All
I'm
right,
still
thank
here.
you.
You didn't jump out the window after that phone call, did you?
No, not at all.
All right,
I'm
listen.
downstairs.
Now, you said you got a bunch of writers that come in. Do you have like go-to writers that come in and every week they submit something, or can anybody send stuff in, and does it have to get okayed? And how do you just become one of your main writers or that submit?
Anybody can write whatsoever. Don't get me wrong, at the moment there are a considerable, I think there's about 15 articles on there, some by myself. One that was a chap from America called Andy Briggs, the treasure of Forest Fens, on there. One of my friends, and she's an advisor to the group, to the magazine regarding archaeology, is Alison Smith, who's got a BA in archaeology in the UK. She's got several articles on there. There's also things, there's a coin hoard conservation campaign by Meg Heeg in Scotland, a very well-known Scottish hoard that was found up there. And even Luke and Laura have put something on there as well. And Siren Kimmy as well, one of your friends and guests.
Now, you get to go to these places where the article comes from, the story comes from, and actually check out the story, or go, talk to the guy who actually found a hoard. Like you say, somebody who finds a hoard and they write a story about it. Have you traveled around and checked out some of these stories? And
in some cases, yes. In other, I mean, I'm a family man. I work at JCB in the UK, so I'm working a considerable amount of time in the week, and at the weekend it's family time. So unfortunately, I don't often have the chance. This last week, it's been children's half term from school, so I've been able to travel to Anglesey, which is in North Wales in the UK, and visit some locations. One in particular that has been written about on the magazine, and photograph it for my own purposes, which was thoroughly enjoyable. So the option is always there, and the offer of obviously I can't travel over and hunt for the treasure of Forest Fen. It's a little bit too far to go to the US. So yeah, the option's always there, but people can send articles, they'll be read if they're appropriate. There are some rules, loosely. Obviously, we don't want any personal attacks or politics or such like. So if that is the case, sometimes things will be edited and discussed with the original author, and it will be promoted throughout social media and the internet, so as many people can get to read what the author has to offer. Unfortunately, there's no funds available. The magazine, everything basically comes out of my pocket. Apart from that, a chap called Danny Walsh, who owns a company doing web serving and such like, he came to me just after I decided to set up the magazine, and he offered me the website and space and serving for free, and done a full written contract, which was fantastic for as long as the magazine wanted to be in creation, which I expected to be a couple of months, and it's now, as I say, 18 months, and Danny supported us throughout. So a big shout out to Danny for doing that, obviously. And as you asked before, other people who do take part on a regular basis, there's two moderators in the Facebook group, the Facebook page. Dawn Chipchase, better known as Digger Dawn, and Alison Smith, the lady I discussed earlier. So yeah, as a centre area, there's me and Luke Higgins, who are publishing on the magazine. Anybody ever wants to have anything written on there, added on there, of any of the areas that are on there, just give myself a shout, or even come via yourself, Dave, or Lance, of course, because, we are in regular communication ourselves.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, we're always available. If you ever want to get in touch with them, please feel free to hit me up on Facebook. I do try to respond as much as I can, but I'm not perfect. Sorry, I had to mute my mic. I had to cough for a second.
But we got some you got some really good things coming up. There was a rally that you were just involved in. I know you're not doing too many rallies anymore. As a matter of fact, you're just about retired from doing them, but you actually put together one more.
Well,
could you tell us a little bit about that last rally? Or is it your last rally?
What happened was I was originally asked by the mayor of Rochdale in the UK, would I do something about 3 years ago for her term in office to raise funds for the mayor's charities. So I asked them to source some land and ran the first archaeology and metal detecting magazine rally, which was a huge success. We had Roman coins up, we had a Bronze Age axe head up. From that, I thought nothing of it. I was asked to do a second rally, which again was very successful. We had a gold coin up. I can't remember what it was exactly. We had a cannonball up and lots of other finds. German, word's gone. Token came up and such like. Jet, and there it is. And then we had an incident in the UK in Bosley where a lot of people were killed when a factory exploded, which is about 2.5-3 miles from where I live. So we set up a local event and raised a lot of money to go towards that fund. And then finally, I think 2 months ago, we did another rally for the Mayor of Rochdale, again, which was a big success. People finding things all day. First World War medals and such like were coming up, and it was fantastic. And I decided that because of that time restrictions, not being able to go out detect as much as I'd like, the magazine to sort out, work, family, and such like that, I'm going to take a step back from actual organisation. About 4 hours later, after I said that, I was contacted to do, would you please do one more or at least help us out to do another? So in September, which I haven't got the date on me exactly, but I know it's mid-September, I'll be doing another rally, and then probably that won't be the last one because I do enjoy it, to be honest. There'll be one more in Rochdale, which is private land on an estate which has never been metal detected in any way, shape or form before. Lots of historic activity from, I know there's some stone circle up there. There's medieval links, and there's a lot of links to a very well-known event for that area. I'm not going to go into more in depth with that because obviously it'll make the location stand out like a sore thumb for those who know it. I also had an idea quite some time ago, which I discussed with Lance privately, which progressed and progressed and progressed to the point that I thought, well, I could actually link it to this event and make it a dual event. The charity that is for in this case is the Rochdale Connections Trust, which deals with disadvantaged and vulnerable children in the area. So obviously that's very close to everybody's heart with children. I thought, if we can make as much money to donate to the fund as we can, then that's more beneficial for everybody. So I decided that, hey, let's try and organize a conference which will deal with archaeology and metal detecting and bridging the gap between the two. This is taking place, it's now been finalized at Rochdale Town Hall, which is beautiful location, so much so that they actually do private tours of the grand ballroom there, the grand ballroom there. Beautiful location. They've donated it for free, the council, and we've got some people coming on board to do archaeologists discussing metal detecting, metal detectorists discussing archaeology, several YouTubers, a historian from the site itself that we're going to be doing the rally at, so we can actually link the two that way. So we've got Alison Smith, the archaeologist, who's going to be discussing the link of archaeology and metal detecting and what metal detecting has done for archaeology in the UK. Dawn Chipchase, Digger Dawn, is going to be coming and talking about whatever she decides to talk about. I haven't actually had discussed everybody's final set at the moment. John Webb, John 316 from YouTube's also going to be taking part. I'm going to be doing a small talk post the historian from the location from the rally. After he's introduced it and discussed the history, I'm going to be talking about the rally itself and finds that have occurred and been found on the day. Also, in the UK, the Fines Liaison Officer, I've got a meeting with her this Wednesday evening, and hoping the Fines Liaison Officers are going to, from the Portable Antiquities Scheme, are going to be coming along and doing some form of talk about hoards in the locality, plus having a stall on site where she can promote the Portable Antiquities Scheme. I'm also looking at involving as many local organisations that are not dissimilar to what we do, i.e., archaeological groups, metal detecting groups, to have stalls to promote themselves and promote what they do and their wares, finds, etc. And also bring in any merchandisers and any manufacturers, etc., that may be interested. There won't be any fee for any of these stalls, again, because to bring more people into it, in my eyes, is more beneficial for everybody. So I'm just going to be asking for anybody who does participate in a stall to make a small donation of something, i.e. with yourselves, what you're doing tonight with your prizes. Obviously, organisations, companies and Global Detection Adventures yourselves have donated prizes for tonight. I'm asking them to donate prizes for a raffle that will take part on the day, which will obviously bring more money in for the charity. And hey, it's not much off their backs to donate something small to the cause either. So
you're it's like a convention.
Yeah, originally I had the idea of calling it Detecticon. So
yeah, with
original idea.
Archaeologists, metal detectorists, in all kind of in one grand hall.
Yeah.
My advice was to that is don't have any alcohol there, and plenty of Band-Aids. Okay.
Oh, I'm 6'2", and John Webb's about not dissimilar, and he's about as wide with muscles. So I don't think many problems going to occur.
Yeah, no, that should be great. I wish, it could be a start of something really good. Started in because there's not many conventions, the metal detecting conventions like that. They do have a lot of small, where the vendors get all together and come and show their finds and what they're selling, but there's not really a major convention with everybody, and that could be something that could really work in the United States too. I could see that really happening.
Well, that was what the idea was. We can all see the finds, we can all talk to people individually, but on a whole, you don't hear and see images and such like. I mean, let's say a hoard that somebody's found. If somebody comes along and discusses a hoard, they're just discussing a hoard. They won't have the hoard with them, but at least in this sense, they can discuss it at length, how they found it, the process of what occurred when they found it, with archaeology involved, the archaeologists involved, and obviously show images of or videos and such like of everything, so everybody can see and get that information firsthand. And I think it's important in the UK for the two archaeologists and metal detectorists and historians to come together more so and be more trusting and be able to understand each other a little bit better, and this gives that platform. There is no platform otherwise, apart from the Portable Antiquities Scheme going around to different groups throughout the UK, which is doing a marvellous job, taking their time out, because they don't get paid to come out and do that job in the evenings and such like, and go to rallies at the weekend to be on site. So I think it gives everybody a bit more of a platform to become a little bit more bridged.
I think it's a fantastic idea, and it really does.
Also, we've got the positive I've discussed with. Sorry to interrupt again, Lance. We're going to hopefully be putting forward some form of live podcast on the day, live video cast, where I'll be linking all the talks and such like to yourselves at Global Detection Adventures.
That's fantastic. Yeah. I'm hopefully, we're going to hopefully be able to make this where I could actually probably even show up.
Now, when is it? What do you have for the dates for these? Do you have a date?
As I say, the rally itself, the metal detecting rally, is mid-September. I haven't got a date at hand. It's in my diary. My diary's in my locker at work, and I've been off for a week. And the
conference itself, or the convention? When is that? Do you know when that's taking place? Is it going to be
certainly. Sunday, October the 15th, 2017, from 10 a.m. till 4 p.m. at Rochdale Town Hall, which is in the northwest of the UK, just north of Manchester.
So it's only a 1 day?
Yeah, there is obviously this is the tester really to see if it does work. If it doesn't work, you know, I am in a position where I can either work harder and try and make it more successful the second time, or, you know, if it doesn't work, if people don't want to listen to both sides of the archaeological metal detecting story, then, you know, it's at the end of the day, if 10 people come along to me, it's a success. If 100 people come, it's a success. If no one comes, then it's a failure.
I think you're going to probably be surprised how many people are going to be coming, because this is a one-time deal that's never been really thought of or done before. I mean, you have conventions for all kinds of other things, but nobody ever thought about or actually put in this kind of a place an archaeology and a metal detecting convention together. So it's a great way to actually create a open handshake between both branches, the professional archaeologists and the hobby metal detectorists. And I think it would be a good way to create a little bit of friendship between them.
I do hope so. I'm fantastic at organisation and fantastic at ideas. Put me in a field of metal detector, I'll find bottle tops all day long.
All right, Dave, let's take a little bit of break. Lance, let's take a break here, and when we come back, let's do that giveaway that we've been promising the people for the last 24 hours. You're listening to the Global Detection Adventure podcast with Lance and Dave, and our guest host today, Dave Sadler from the Archaeological Metal Detecting Magazine, also known as ArcMag. And we'll be right back after these words from XP Deus.
All right, Claire.
All right, you have a randomizer there in the studio?
Yeah, I got one here, and I just spent
how many people do we have that signed up?
202.
202. Okay, so basically what you want to do is, in the order they came in, that's how they're numbered, between 1 and 202. Yep. You'll get 2 numbers, and those 2 numbers will be the 2 winners for the shovel hook.
Yeah. So if you haven't,
we'll do 2 more, and we'll give patches to the other 2.
Oh, wow.
Okay, fantastic. So we'll do 4, but the first 2 we'll get the.
Then we'll do 2 more.
Yeah, let me. Are we on? Are we still live here?
Oh, perfect. Okay, so
the first 2 we'll get.
There's a hot chick that just came on.
Yeah, let me.
Is it possible that you could maybe put in earphones?
First 2 we'll get. A chick that just came on. Yeah, let me
maybe put in earphones.
Yeah, we got a big delay.
Yeah, she has the live video going at the same time.
I'll shut it down now.
Okay.
I didn't realize what it was.
Yeah, the live video is just about a minute behind what we actually talk. So, yeah. So this is fantastic. Great having you on. Perfect timing. We just cut into a break too. So, absolutely fantastic.
Excited. And nervous as well. Really excited and nervous. But
don't worry about it. Don't worry about it whatsoever. We'll definitely introduce you, and we'll let them know. I'm trying to remember exactly what the coin was. You found it was Georgian.
Gothic florin.
Gothic florin. That's what it was.
Victorian.
Oh, Laura, did you see the post we did for the Stephen Padley? You didn't sign up for that, did you?
No.
Did you? You didn't do it? Okay, then maybe she should just blindly pick between, because she hasn't seen it, between 1 and 202 instead of doing the randomizer. We'll bring her on right after the break. What do you think,
Yeah,
Lance?
absolutely. Yeah, that's fantastic.
And then she can pick the 4 numbers, and then we'll see who they are, and then we'll get the 4 numbers, and then we'll give out the names later on in the show. and then we can bring her in.
Richard
I'm gonna have to interrupt here and say hello, Laura, and it's nice to speak to you before I actually speak verbally to Luke.
Hi, Dave.
All right.
Yeah,
Okay, so are we coming back?
Yeah, we're going to be coming back in just a moment.
I want to talk about the product a little bit too, and exactly where you can get it.
Yeah, I guess. Hey, Richard, you did sign up for the giveaway, didn't you? It's over on the page. I don't know if I saw your name on the list for the hooks. Just so you know, you got about 30 seconds to get it done. Oh, he removed the message. What the hell? Okay, he did. All right, good. All right, so yeah, number randomizer is up, GarageBand, and we are in 3, 2. Wait, who did we have on break this time?
What are you talking about? We had XP.
Okay. We're good.
All right. We're back?
Yep.
All right, we're back. We're going to give away the Stephen Padley Sling Your Shovel Hook. And this is exactly what it kind of looks like. I don't know if you could see this. All right. And your shovel, your T sticks right here. Or you have the open loop, which you could just grasp right there. Now, this has been on my belt, on my fines bag. Here's my fines bag. See, you got my
That is
global
a very
detention.
large strap you have on that thing.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't think so, man. I had
Let me
33
finish.
weight, fatso. All right. So here's this is a great product, and this has been on my strap now for over a year, and it looks brand new. No tears, no bends, and it fits really great right there. And I don't know why everybody doesn't have one of these. It's great, you know. And you know what? They're not even that expensive. They're so cheap that you go out maybe one time and you get clad and you can buy one of these easy. Okay.
Yeah.
Now, what we're going to do is if you don't have one, if you don't win one right now, you can go to www.slingyourhook.co.uk. Okay. That is the website, and you can order right there. You can get them on eBay too, but why don't you go direct to Sling? That's SLING, your YOUR hook, HOOK, all one word, slingyourhook.co.uk. All right, now we have a special guest that just happened to stop by in our beautiful offices, and another fine lady, also with the Arc magazine, Laura Higgins, and she's here. And she's going to actually help us. Not only we're going to talk to her a little bit, but she's going to help us pick out the winner. What do you think about that? Laura, are you there? There she is.
I am here. Hi.
All right, now Laura, where are you from right now? Where are you calling from, or where are you at?
So I'm in Eastbourne, which is in East Sussex in the UK.
East Sussex, okay.
So it's close to Brighton. If you know Brighton.
Okay. And you're the wife of Luke Higgins, who's with the Arc Mag, and you both work on that together, or just
sometimes.
Luke?
So it's mainly Luke. I sometimes, tell him where he's gone wrong. So.
Now, if you recognize this young lady, you're going to recognize her because she was the Find of the Week winner a couple weeks ago. Could you tell us a little bit about your find and how exciting was that to get that, and also actually to win the competition for that week?
Yeah, it's I haven't really detected that much at all. Really, only about 10 hours in total. We've got 15-month-old twins, so it's really difficult for me to get out and go and do any detecting.
Yeah, I bet.
Yeah, so it was sort of I kind of have to have Luke with me, and one of us has to stop and watch the girls, and while the other one detects. So I don't get out very often, so I've only literally done about 10 hours. So we went to Luke's permission, which is a scout camp. It's about 18 acres, but it's been hunted pretty well by Luke's group. But there's a little little sort of area, about 2 acres, where, you know, he said it's not really been hunted too badly. So he let me have a go on his unhunted 2 acres. So yeah, basically it was a sort of a bit of a clearing with some trees, and I saw this really big oak tree, and I thought, that looks promising. I thought, I like this tree, I'm gonna go straight over there. So I went over there. Sort of a first signal was really good. It was a really sort of solid signal. It was about a 75, 76. So I thought, oh, that looks good. So yeah, dug it, and it was a Gothic florin, about 4 or 5 inches down. And Luke was actually nearly sick because he'd never found one before. So first signal of the day, and it was there. So yeah,
now,
so it's
and
1880.
Go ahead, Lance.
The Gothic florin, it's a really big coin. What year was that?
1881, I believe.
1881.
So, a nice silver coin.
Now, did you catch the bug, or it was just like, you know what, that was fun, or you're constantly thinking about the next time you're going out?
Yeah, I find it really exciting, and obviously Luke was the one that started it, and you know, he was like, "Oh, come along," and you know, it is difficult with the girls, and you know, but I really like it. You know, I really enjoy it. But there's only so many times I can do my own garden while the girls are asleep, so and there's nothing in it. So I've been over to my mum's and I've done her garden, and nothing in there either apart from nails and old screws and stuff. So
what metal detector are you using?
Well, Luke's just upgraded to a Garrett 300i. So, and he did have a 250. So I've now inherited the 250, but he's lent it out to one of his group. So hopefully I should be getting that back soon. So, but my florin I found with the 300i. So
great.
Loaned it out to somebody in the group. That sounds more like jealousy. No, you're not going with me anymore.
Yeah, no, he does. He's pretty good to his group. He kind of encourages new people to join, and you know, if they haven't got a detector, then he lets them use ours. We've got a couple of them, so, and you know, he goes out a bit more than me, quite a lot more than me. So, yeah, so I don't mind really, but it'd be nice to have it back though, so I can, you know, try and find some of my own permissions. So.
All right, Laura, we need you. We're gonna need your help right now. We're gonna pick 4 winners. How many numbers we got right now? Is it still 202, Lance?
Still 202.
202. So between 1, including 1, and 202, including 202, we need 2 random numbers, and those first 2 will be the shovel hook winners, and then we'll ask you to pick another 2 between those numbers, excluding the ones that won the shovel. Should we let the shovel hook people? No, you can't do it because she already knows those numbers. But then we'll pick another 2, and then we'll give them a GDA patch. And let me quickly show you what that looks like. Now this patch has been on my shirt, and these things are iron-on, 4 inches. They're 75% embroidered. These things are beautiful, and I don't know if you can get a close up. But you could see that, and there's only like 19 left. These are the original ones. There's only 19 of the original ones left. The new ones will be coming out in about 2 weeks. And so we're going to ask Laura to pick out 2 random numbers between 1 and 202. Lance, write those numbers down.
Got it.
All right, Laura.
Okay.
First number?
Number 3.
Oof, early. Number 3. Well, we can probably give the. Okay, number 3. And what's the second number?
And we'll have number 105.
105. Okay, we'll get those names down and we'll announce them later on in the show. All right, 2 more numbers, and these are for the patches. Go ahead. Same between. Skip 1. Can't use 3, and you can't use 105.
Okay, so 56.
All right.
And I will have 201.
Whoa, 201. That last person who just got in. All right, number 3 is going to be easy to find, and number 201 is going to be easy to find. Lance, can you count up down 105 people and see the names of those winners?
Yeah, I might be able to. I'll just have to go through my toes and fingers about 10 times, but I'll figure it out.
All right. Now, Laura, why don't you tell us a little bit how you got involved with ArcMag? Dave, you're still there, right?
Oh yes.
Now, you guys met? Are you guys like you guys don't live in the same area, do you?
No, we live about, I don't know, 300 miles away, maybe.
So did you guys ever meet like person?
No, as I said before, this is the first time I've actually spoke verbally to either Luke or Laura.
Really? Wow, it's like
Yeah,
me and Lance. We haven't met either over 2 years. I mean, we talk to each other a lot and we see each other when we do the show, but we never really met. Great. So Laura, how did you get involved and Luke get involved with Dave and working on the magazine?
I'm not entirely sure, to be honest. Luke sort of got into metal detecting and started his group, and then it's the powers of the internet, I guess, and meeting people, and people added themselves to the group, and it sort of got bigger and bigger, and I guess Dave met through that, was it?
I think what actually happened, and it was Global Detected Adventures, the group. Obviously, I shared a lot of information on there from the magazine. And Luke contacted me and said, would it be possible for me or him to share that information to his group? What's it called? I forgot. UK.
Hey, dirt fishing.
Dirt fishing. UK. It was Metal Detected Dirt. I can't remember the full name, but you remember. I'm tired. Anyway, so I've done that, and Luke and myself started communicating via Facebook, discussing certain things. And he asked a lot of questions about the magazine. And at the same sort of time, I was looking for somebody to come on board to take a little bit of pressure off myself. And Luke ummed and ahed because the same issues with Laura, with the twins and with work and such like. He didn't want to commit as such, but I think he had a chat with Laura. And I think he now realizes just how easy it can be given experience and such like. So, yeah, they come on board there. Laura has co-written an article with Luke. Originally, Luke said, I'm going to write an article, but Laura's going to rewrite it for me. They've co-written article, and Laura does help a lot with Luke, pointing him out things and making him rewrite things, I think. So it's a pleasure to work with both of them.
An A English GCSE, so I kind of use that over Luke, so I can say, hey, you've got that wrong. There should be a comma there. You need a new paragraph. So I do make suggestions,
So yeah, that's how our brief foray into the world of the archaeology and metal detecting magazine together has come about.
Now we were going to have Luke on too, but he got called off to work. And so you're just kind of fending the fort for ArcMag. So Laura, now you have a couple twins right now, but are you at home right now? The babies are asleep, I take it.
Yeah, they're tucked up asleep in bed.
Now is Luke gonna be able to make it, or is he's gonna be at work all day?
No, he's going to be at work. I don't know how long for. Hopefully not for too much longer. But he works about half an hour away, so even when he's finished, he's got to travel back home. So I don't think he's gonna make it with us tonight. So.
Oh, that's too bad.
Hey Lance, did you ever come up with those guys' names?
Well, I got the first two done already. I still got to dig up the last two.
All right.
So
let's give it. Well, who's number 3?
Number 3 is Elias Anastasios.
Elias. Anastasios. Okay, I know who that is. All right. And number 5, 105.
105 is Mr. Zach Hollins.
Zach Hollins. All right, those are the winners for the Draper Sling Your Hook. And I tell you, you're really going to like this product. You put it on, your shovel sits there, you walk with it. Now, I mean, if you're walking a long distance, you're going to walk with the shovel in your hand. But once you start detecting, you put that on you loop that right up there. And I got to tell you right now, hands-free, it's just unbelievable. Kind of, it's a great product, and it's very durable. And if you go onto his website, you look, I think it's like $3.50 English pounds to like $5 English pounds. So as it's between $5 and $7 American money. Like I said, you can get that in clad on one hunt. So there's no reason why you shouldn't have it. It's not a big expense, and I tell you, it's probably one of the greatest products for the money you spend, and for what it does and how long it lasts. It's not a product you can beat. So if you haven't gotten it, go on to the website. Again, it is www.slingyourhook.co.uk and order yourself one. They're doing really well in England, and they're just brand new here in the United States. So if you want to get hold of one, that's where you go to get it. All right, Lance, any more questions for our guests today?
Right now,
before we let them go?
Right now, I'm trying to count to 10 on my fingers. So I haven't had time to sit and think of anything yet.
So Laura, you want to promote anything? You want to talk about Luke's his club in dirt fishing? Was it UK dirt fishing, or is it UK? Is it dirt fishing in UK?
Metal / dirt fishing. So
metal. Okay, and this is a Facebook group also. Is that what this is?
It is a Facebook group. It's mainly a Facebook group. It's got people from all over the UK and some from even further abroad that have joined it. So yeah, it's really friendly. We're a really friendly bunch. There's no what's the word?
Competition, animosity,
there's
clicks,
nothing like that.
fighting. Yeah.
Sort of fine snobbery or anything like that. We like to see ring pulls as well as florins and hammered, and yeah, it's just about having a good time really, and being friendly, and just showing off what you've done for the day. Really laid back, really chilled. So yeah.
Now, is there some main people in that group that go out as a kind of a club itself, like main bunch of people that will go out to a site and hunt together on a normal basis, or is this something that just separate? Everybody's separate.
Obviously we're kind of down south in the UK, so a lot of our digs are down south. Luke shares his permissions a lot, so people that can come, can get here, can come, and there is a few that come quite regularly. But everybody can come and join in if they're in the area, or we welcome everybody. So, but yeah, there's a main few, and yeah, we have quite a few lovely people.
You might even be seeing me in August.
Oh, that would be nice.
All right, Dave. What about you? Anything you want to promote before we let you go?
No, obviously the magazine's the first and foremost concern for mine. We've discussed that at length. I want to thank both yourself and Lance for the work you're doing with the podcast and the video. It's offering a great thing to the world, not just yourselves in the UK and in the US and Germany, but the world. You're offering a fantastic thing for them, and thank you for allowing the Archaeology and Metal Detecting magazine to share our information with you.
Absolutely.
I want to give you just if you do have a very successful conference and it's something that you want to hold in the United States, I definitely would be into helping you organize that with a bunch of our other team players here in the U.S. From Global Detection, the team members here, and that'd be great. That'd be something that we look forward to doing.
Well, the concept's there anyway, so it's not my own thing. The idea's out there for anyone to utilize. But yeah, I'm hoping it's a success myself, not just for the magazine, but obviously for the community and the ability to bring everyone together from all genres.
Yeah,
Great.
exactly. Yeah, fantastic.
All right. Thank you for joining us, Dave and Laura. Thank you for joining us. Hopefully we'll be talking to you both again. Hopefully we'll get to talk to Luke in the future. And good luck on your endeavors, and get some more hours in there, Laura, and hopefully you'll find a big hoard somewhere.
Yeah, thank you very much for having me. It's been great to be on, and I can listen to the re-recording of myself in the shower, because I listen to it in the shower.
That's right. We didn't mention that you listen to Global Detection, the podcast, in the shower.
In the shower, because it's the only place where I get 5 minutes peace. So nice hot, relaxing shower, and you guys on. Perfect.
Wow.
Well, it should be coming
I don't know what to say to that, but yeah, I appreciate it.
Yeah. I appreciate every listen, no matter where it's at.
This is the greatest compliment, all right? All right, Lord Dave, we'll be talking to you soon.
Yeah, take care, gents. Thanks again for the invite tonight. And good luck in the future, of course.
All right, you take care. Take care, Laura. We'll talk to you soon, too.
Thank you. Lovely to be here. Lovely to speak to you.
Good night, Laura.
Bye.
All right, we're going to take a little break here. You're listening to the Global Detection Adventure podcast, and we'll be back with the Express Metal Detecting Experience right after these words. We are out. All right, cool.
All right. Yeah, everybody, great job. Laura, don't worry, you were fantastic. Absolutely.
Thanks.
Sadly, Laura, tell Luke to have to listen to me in the shower as well.
Now you get to listen to him as well in the shower. Oh, and yourself.
And myself.
All right, guys.
All right, so I'll let you all go then. It's been a pleasure as always. And Laura, it's been fantastic speaking to you. And not Luke.
Yeah, tell Luke I'm going to get in touch with him here real soon. He doesn't need to get back in touch with me tonight. But I just need to get in touch with them, send them a little bit of information real quick, and that's it.
Yeah, Laura, you burned him twice. Once with his coin on his permission, and now you upstaged him on the show before he did too. So, yeah.
I told you that's why he loaned out the detector.
Yeah, that's it. I know. It's been out for months and months now. So I've had to share his, and he's like, oh, he said, you can use it for a minute and then I'll have it back. But yeah, no.
That's how I am as well. So
yeah,
I definitely feel that. All right.
Okay, so we got
to get you back to the show. Have a good rest of the show. Night again, Laura.
Night.
Bye-bye, gents. Take care.
Take care.
Bye-bye.
Thanks. Bye.
Okay.
All right, so Lance, we're gonna come back after this. We're gonna go through the do you want to do the Dino and Rocco picture thing?
Yeah, we'll definitely do that. Nobody's written on it yet. I'm kind of curious as to what's going on there. Nobody can figure out what that picture's all about.
Did you get 56 and number 201? We can announce them.
Yeah, I got those already.
All right.
Those two are ready. Yeah.
Hold on. I'm just going to go.
Has tried, but she hasn't figured it out yet.
What'd you get? We got to give her a clue.
Yeah, I'm going to have to do it. I'm going to have to give a clue. All right. Clue number 1. I think, well, how can I word a clue without giving it away?
Here today, gone tomorrow.
All right. So first clue is now up.
What was the first clue?
Clue number 1 is listening to the show, people may recognize something they know.
What? That's a dumb clue. Doesn't make any sense. Let's see.
What?
You're gonna get this should be going on forever. We'll see how people can. Don't give them anything easy. Let them work. They're supposed to be treasure hunters. Let's see.
Exactly. That's why I gave him that clue. Listening to the show, people may recognize something they know.
Well, it still got me flabbergasted. So I don't know. Yeah. Okay.
I mean, I don't expect you to know this. I'm the one that posted this on here.
Yeah. Okay, we coming back?
Yeah, I'm sorry. I'm staring at these two ugly dudes.
Anybody else? How many listeners? We got any listeners at all?
How can somebody so balding have a mullet? Anyway, listeners, we're currently at 7 live. Hey, just a reminder, everybody, if you're listening live, if you're in the United States, you can give us a call at area code 920-455-5118. You'll come right onto the show. If you got questions for Dave and I, or you found something metal detecting today you want to share with us, feel free to give us a call. And also, if you live outside the United States, you can find us on Skype. Oh, pardon me. You can find us on Skype. Sorry, I didn't eat anything during that.
Find us on Skype. Okay.
Yeah. You can find us on Skype on capital GDA pod, P-O-D, Lance Goolsby. So just look for me on there. You'll see the show logo on there. Feel free to add me in, and you guys can contact us on the show. So if you got something you want to share with us, or let us know, or if you just want to diss both Dave and I, then feel free to give a call in. Of course, that won't end up on the podcast, but we always love accepting calls. I get so few.
Can I call in and do a fake phone call?
If you'd like to.
Hello.
I mean,
You wanna let's get back to the show.
act like you're sitting in some back alley on a trash can somewhere.
Bring us back in, Mr. Goolsby.
All right, getting ready to bring us back in. All right, and it's recording.
Oh, it's me bringing him back in? Oh, I thought it was you, Lance. Okay.
Well, that's it. I'll go ahead and bring it back in. I thought you wanted to bring it in. Anyway,
like I know what I'm just talking about. Go ahead. Bring us back in, Lance. Can you do that?
Yeah, I'm giving a break so I know where to edit.
Okay. And 3, 2.
And that was Siren Kimmy. And we're back from the show, and we couldn't be happier to have you guys listening to the GDA podcast. We just got done talking with Laura Higgins, Find of the Week winner 2 weeks ago, and Dave Sadler, owner-operator of Archaeology and Metal Detecting Magazine, also known as ArchMD Mag. And we had a really good chat with these guys. Now, one thing I want to kind of remind everybody, we were just having a contest. 2 winners just won the Padley shovel hooks. That is Elias Anastasios and Zach Hollins. And we also got the winners that Laura chose, number 56 and number 201, ready to announce. You ready for this?
I'm ready. Are you ready?
All right. So number 56 was Mr. Corey Fessler.
Corey Fessler.
F-S-S-L-E-R.
Got that.
And number 201 was Butch DeRocher, which I think is actually a French name. So I think it's Butch DeRocher.
DeRoche. All right. Those 56 and 201 will get the Global Detection Adventure iron-on patch. You don't need to contact us. We will contact you via messenger to get your address, and we'll get those sent out to you, all those prizes. And thank you for joining us on the Global Detection Adventure contest page. Mm-hmm. All right. So let's. We had another contest going, and you were going to give another clue.
Yeah.
Because for some reason I have no idea where you're going with this, but it's very confusing. And you gave me a clue that's even more confusing. But let's just do it anyway. Talk about this new contest that's been going on for the last week.
So it's been going on for a while. I actually started posting this photo of these 2 guys that are sitting on a trash can with a toilet seat between them. And so these 2 guys are from an old 1980s cable access television show that actually became rather popular from, I believe it was filmed in upstate New York. And now it's
actually it played in, I know it played in upstate New York, but it actually was filmed in Los Angeles.
Oh, really?
So most of the stuff was all the the shows were in LA, but they had affiliates throughout the United States that played the show. So
no, I know that these two guys, quite controversial and
yeah,
quite.
they were on. I saw that they were on the Jerry Springer show once.
Mhm.
I also saw them that they were in People magazine. They were on Entertainment Tonight, which used to be a show, about Hollywood and stuff like that. A couple times. They were in Australia. Actually, did an article about them, which I have no idea how they found out about these guys.
Really?
And so yeah, they were pretty controversial. I guess it was a comedy, but it was on the cusp of, I guess
Crude humor?
I guess they were like the People magazine actually called them the Wayne and Garth's evil twins. So they were like actually before, what was that show called, Wayne and Garth?
Wayne's World.
Wayne's World. They were before Wayne's World. So they were like their evil twins. That's what they were called. So but anyway, for some reason Lance thinks that something in this picture correlates with Global Detection Adventures podcasts, or is it the podcast or just in general?
Everything that Global Detection Adventures does.
And I have no idea. A couple people have guessed wrong. So I guess Lance, you're going to give us another clue. How does that correlate with us?
I'll throw the photo up there. Maybe it's a little bit cleaner now.
Bring it back a little bit. It's a little bring it forward. It's a little blurry. Okay.
That's my.
So there's two guys sitting on garbage cans talking. The toilet in the middle. And all right, clue. Give us the clue, Lance.
All right. So the clue that I had posted on there is, listening to the show, people may recognize something they know. Now, I'm referring to the television show that this photo is of, this Dino and Rocco.
I guess you should go on YouTube, I guess, and look at some of the shows, and then maybe there's something in there. But I don't know. I still can't figure it out. This is Lance's competition, so I have nothing to do with it. So you guys can figure this out. I think Lance is giving away a brand new car. Well, Matchbox.
Two patches. The first two people that win, or three people. First three people that can figure it out, they're going to be getting patches from GDA. Be giving up some of these last little 19 that are still remaining. Well, 17 now. So, but yeah, trust me when I say this. What's in the photo is extremely clear. If you were listening to the show, it would be a lot more obvious what I'm talking about.
Just give it away, Lance. You gave the clue. You don't have to give it anymore. All right, here, let's go. Let's do this. Let's give me my XP experience music. I want to talk a little bit about the XP and my experience in the last month with it.
Okay.
Cue me up, brother.
Here's the music.
Great segue. Right on cue. That's my engineer.
Today's experience.
All right. Thank you for that intro. Slow as it may be, but I loved it. All right, listen. You guys have been knowing that in the past 3 or 4 months, I've been really going to town with this XP. I've already got 4 videos in the can using it, and I got to tell you something. When I first actually got this machine, I was like really frustrated because I didn't even know what to hear. I didn't know what to look for. Didn't know how to set it up or anything. But I was pretty persistent. I promised myself all this year that I would just use one machine, and it was going to be this one. So this is what my experience so far is with the XP and things that I've realized. I want to talk about first your money. Now, your 63, like there's all these tones. I'm mostly using this hot program that was set up by XP Gary. And there is a certain tone, but when those money tones hit on that number, those tones are so sharp that you know definitely it's going to be this coin. If you hit a 63, that's going to be your nickels. If you hit a 95 solid, that's going to be your quarter. 90 to 92 could be anywhere. It could be a copper penny or it could be a clad dime. It might be silver if it's deep enough. I found a lot of Indian head pennies also in that range. I also noticed that if I get a faint signal, but it's 88, that's also a good sign that it could be a deep Indian. And once I get a little bit deeper, it'll start bleeding into the 90s. So those are the things I figured out myself. I also figured out that like the 93, 94 usually is trash. Your 97, 98 is usually trash. And I noticed that too is as I pull the coil back, I started getting an iron bleed through there. Now I've dug many of these targets just to make sure that, hey, maybe it is something good. But usually it's trash. So that's one of the things that I look for. Also, I've noticed that if I dig a scratchy mid to high tone, it could be faint and small. It's usually a bit of foil. And you can hear those different tones. The other thing, there's two other things I noticed is the dash dash where you don't get any VDI number. That means that target is so deep, it really can't read that number. And I love those tones, especially if I get this little cat's squeal meow. It is a tone that you will hear that is so distinct that you know you got a good target. You can, it just really, it's so, you really got to practice these tones. You really got to dig a lot of crap, trash, before you figure these out. But once you do, you're going to love this machine. Because not only is it quick from target to target, it can pick up 4 targets within a space of 3 inches. You could tell. So I've used a stock coil with it. I've gotten depth of 11 inches on things as small as my baby fingernail. So this thing can go deep. It can find small stuff. It's so lightweight. And that is my experience for my XP Deus so far. Music out.
Yeah, I love that. Actually, you're exactly right. Once you get those really sweet tones, one of the things that I was telling you about was right at the beginning when you first got the machine is that sweet tone, that silver tone, it is so distinctive. Once you hear it that first time and you realize once you dig it out of the ground that it is silver, you know that tone as soon as it comes in. It's like a Pavlovian reflex, instantly recognizing that tone, and you just start drooling right off the bat.
Every time I get that tone, I know it's like, and you know, it's a perfect tone. And you can get stuff on either side of it and you're going to find good stuff. But you know, when you get that tone, it's gold, not gold, but it is really, it's going to be a good find.
Yeah.
And
absolutely.
every time I've done it, it's been a great find.
I love it. I love that tone. I mean, I've only had it with the Deus, I think 4 times now in the last little over a year now. But the more that I use that machine, the more I love it. And I know Randall Garrett, one of our friends, he just moved up to it as well. And he is absolutely loving the Deus as well. He used it out on one of the hunts that they had, and it was just smoking everybody that was out there.
Yeah, if you guys want to check it out, I have 4 in the can, 4 videos in the can. It is Express Metal Detecting. That's XPRESS Metal Detecting with Deus Dave. I try to get 1 video out a week. So far, I've been successful at doing that. And if you like what you see, subscribe. You don't have to. I really don't care if you subscribe. I'm not in for the subscriptions. I'm into anybody who wants to kind of learn this with me, and I kind of show you what you hear, what you see. It's not just me plunking out finds out of the ground. Yeah, there's a couple times I do that, but most of the time it's me showing you the sights and the sounds of actually using the machine. So check it out if you can, and let me know what you guys think.
Yeah. And you can check out my channel as well. That's Detecting Bavaria with Lance and XP Deus. I just happen to be in my dead zone right now. All my permissions are farm fields, and they're all growing wheat and who knows what right now. So I got to wait till August to get back out. I have a small window in July that I can hit one of the fields, so we'll see.
All right. Well, before we wrap this up, first of all, I want to tell you that we're not the only metal detecting podcast out there. We have some team members with GDA who have their own podcast, and that is Frank LaPergola. He's out of New Jersey, and he is Detect America, DA Live, and you can get that Friday nights at 8:30 Eastern Standard Time. And then you have American Digger Magazine podcast with Butch Holcomb and friends, and they run on Monday at, I believe, 9 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. So those are the two podcasts besides ourselves that are in the GDA family. Now, there's a lot more out there, and we're going to try to incorporate everybody because we want to get everybody out there that has a podcast. We want to get their name out there. That's what we're here for, to help promote this great hobby.
Yeah.
I also want to thank Siren Kimmy Price. She's been doing a lot for GDA lately. She's got many articles and the blogs that she does for the website. You could check her out too at Girls Rock Metal Detecting. She does a great job. She also has a monthly Girl Rock Metal Detecting best of, who she promotes at the end of the month for the one of the great finds that they have. Well, those are my 3 shout outs for this week. Lance, what about you?
I got a shout out for Derek and Greg over at Hardcore Metal Detecting Radio. Oddly enough, you brought up other podcasts. But yeah, I want to give a shout out to the guys over at Hardcore Metal Detecting Radio, Greg and Derek. They're absolutely fantastic. I was on the show once or twice, and if you haven't listened to them yet, you can listen to them live whenever they do come on. Just check them out. They're usually on, I think it's Fridays and Sundays. I'm not 100% sure, but if you can't catch them live, you can just check them out on iTunes. You can download the live shows whenever you want.
Yeah, we're not like those radio shows that you're not allowed to say the other people's station. You know.
No, we're trying to help encompass everybody, let everybody know other things that they can listen to. I mean, we don't expect you to listen to GDA 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, every time you're in the car. I mean, I can only listen to my own voice so much, and I love talking.
I can't even get past one show, so yeah, I don't blame you. But that's why you should listen to, get a lot of input and a lot of advice from different people. And I got to tell you, Frank and Butch have a really good show, and they do a really great job. So you got to check them out. All right, I think I'm all talked out for this show, Lance. How about you?
Yeah, definitely am. Been spending way too much time talking all day, announcing a football game, doing this now. I'm hoping the wife's back from visiting her friend, so probably going to go out and sit down and just relax for a little bit today, finally.
Yeah, that's cool. All right, I want to thank everybody for joining us today. All you guys out there, if you can listen to us live, you can listen to the recap of the edited version, which will come out in a couple days when Lance gets some time to put that together. And I want to thank everybody that's on the Global Detection Adventure team. You know who you are. I mentioned a few, but there's a few more in there. So check out our website at global-detecting.com. That's global-detecting.com. I also want to thank our affiliates and our sponsors, XP Deus, Black Ada, Stephen Padley, Miners Mark, And did I forget anybody?
MFA.
American Diggers Magazine.
Yeah.
There's so many, and they're so great, and I really appreciate y'all. So, Lance, from me to you, I'm out of here.
And from me to everybody else, we'll see you out on the fields, y'all. Let's dig it up. Great. All right, that's it, everybody. Thank you for listening and watching the show. I hope it was a little bit better with the camera and everything this time. Not quite so hoppy. I've been forgetting to switch it over to my camera and his camera all the time, but this should, I mean, it's more of an audio show, and I'm trying to run way too many things at one time.
All right, we good? We clear?
Yeah, we're clear.
All right, Lance.
Go.
I'll talk to you later.
All right. And I'll see you guys all later. We'll leave the show on for about 2 days, and then we're going to take it off the air, and then the podcast will drop next Sunday. Until then.
Ciao.